Looks like we're live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Michael Rutherford. I am calling from my laptop in my living room from San Diego, California. I've had a blast the last couple of weeks traveling all over the domestic United States, in Portland, and Ohio, and Chicago, and Vegas, and San Diego. And the buzz in the marketplace is overwhelming. We're watching different pockets and clusters of teams really exploding. I know the anticipation of the release of more details of certainly about the rewards plan is exciting everybody. I know getting closer to us crushing Instagram and getting over the 1 million person mark is absolutely exciting to people. I've been carrying a prop with me for the last couple weeks. Brian, I don't know if you've seen this. It's the Instagram Forbes cover, and it's the talking point of everything I'm doing because we're really creating something that we've never seen done before. So there's a lot of really fun contests that have been taking place on the Facebook account that I know you guys have been participating in. So we just wanted to have some fun this morning, hang out a little bit, talk some shop, really dive in with Jonathan Budd first and Brian Underwood next, create some clarity for some of the rewards plans that exist out there. So I just have the pleasure to kick it off this morning. I'm going to flip it to Jonathan Budd, and let's rock and roll, brother.
Michael, super appreciate you, my friend, and I appreciate being here. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. It's fantastic to be with you on this fine Saturday morning. And like Michael has said, I'm super excited to share some granular, really more enlightening details of the Rippln rewards plan, which is soon to come. Now, every day that passes from here forward, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to the kickoff of Rippln rewards. And I have to tell you that based on what we've seen in the marketplace so far, the rewards plan, I truly believe, is going to change people's lives. And we were talking about this yesterday, and this is really a new type of income. It's a new type of income model. It's a new personal, almost finance model for your future. It's socialpreneurship. You've heard us talk about the word social business. And all of these terms, all of these trends, you know, the trends we're seeing in the marketplace of entrepreneurship, the trends we're seeing in the marketplace of exploding technology, the trends we're seeing in the marketplace of social sharing and how companies are being driven today. Companies not really being driven the way they were a decade ago or even 2 decades ago, but now it's really you, the consumer, it's us, that drives the value for companies. It's our word of mouth sharing. It's our viral advertising. It's us that is driving the value for these companies. All of this that we've been talking about, we've been educating people about and teaching people about, it's what we've been absorbed in for the last 24 months because we're interested in where's the future going, not where has it been, right? I think somebody said the other day, Wayne Gretzky skates to where the hockey puck's going, not where it was. And that's what this is about, and that's why we're so excited for you because obviously you are a like mind. You are interested in where's the future going. How can you position yourself in front of trends and in front of a wave that really could be the ride of your life and have a tremendous amount of fun with an amazing group of people, make a big difference in the world, and really create an income for yourself that is nothing to balk at. That's what's possible with Rippln and the rewards plan, and Brian's going to come on really quickly, and we're really going to simplify this concept for everybody today. We're going to show everybody how powerful it really is, the different types of products that can be shared through Rippln's rewards plan, and what social sharing really even means, and also how fun it is to literally just play the game, level up, and get paid. Because I really don't think there's ever been anything this fun to earn your livelihood and create an income than literally just, you know, having a blast, rippling around the world. And as we start to introduce the game mechanics, and you really are actually, you know, gaining points and completing epic quests and epic challenges, all to create a business of your dreams and a business that has potential to pay you, you know, for years or decades even. You know, this is getting ready to be the ride of a lifetime, I think. Certainly for myself, for so many others, for Michael, for so many others, and definitely for you if you want it to be. And so one thing before I turn it over to Brian and we start to get granular on the rewards plan, I just want to remind everybody that this is, I'm not sure when we're going to cross 800,000 users, but guaranteed we're going to cross 800,000 users today. So first things first, I want you to keep at the top of your mindset, how many new people are you going to invite to the Ripple today? Because we're getting closer and closer to that million mark every single day now. And what that means, though, is there's still 7 billion people left uninvited to the Ripple. And I want all of us to really set that goal for how many do we want to invite today? What's going to be our number that we invite today? How much bigger do you want your Ripple to grow today as we march towards 1 million users on the very last leg here? And tune into our Facebook, because we've been having a blast on Facebook all week. We've been releasing, as Michael was saying, some exciting contests. Yesterday we released the first Ripple Up contest. Today we released the second Ripple Up contest. So right after we're done here, head over to facebook.com/Rippln, and you should be able to see all the details of the second Ripple Up contest that we just released. And we're going to be giving away a score of $30 Amazon gift cards. So literally anybody who participates in the Ripple Up contest is going to have a very increased chance of getting your hands on a $30 Amazon gift card to go buy whatever you want. So head over to facebook.com/Rippln right after this hangout. And all I really want to say is I'm really grateful you're here. I thank you for your participation, for showing up, and for being the entrepreneur that you are and having the vision that you have of what we can all go out and create in the marketplace. It's never been done before and really make some history. And Brian, my friend, I'm just honored to be running side by side with you, partner, and excited to hear more of the details to this plan and engage with you.
Absolutely. Good Saturday morning to you, Jay Bud, and Michael out there on the West Coast in Paradise, San Diego. Sorry, but definitely a big welcome to everyone throughout, not only the United States but throughout the world that's going to be watching this broadcast. And I think that you said it best, Jonathan, when you said socialpreneurship, and that's really what's exciting. Is I believe the very essence of leadership is doing what hasn't been done. That's the essence of leading, right? It's about going the path and blazing the trail that the least people go through. And so we're definitely excited as a company. Just to kind of give everyone a quick state of play, we've been working diligently behind the scenes. The upcoming weeks are some pretty critical, important weeks for all of us, and I know that all of us have a lot of questions anticipating how we're going to be rewarded. And Jonathan, we've talked a lot about this, Michael, and one of the things that we want to make sure that all of us do that are helping spearhead this initiative, because we've said, if we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times, that the Ripple is about your voice. The Ripple is about the people. The differentiator that we have in the market versus anyone that you read about in Silicon Valley is that we're rewarding the people that are driving the platform. We're rewarding the people that are going to be driving the social sharing. And social sharing is a very big word. And so a lot of people are wanting to define us, and they're wanting to pigeonhole us into a framework of saying, okay, this is a MLM company. And we believe we're not a true MLM. And if you just kind of look at our new rewards plan as we initiate it, you'll see, number one, is that we are not forcing any type of internal consumption. We are not forcing the players that are within the Rippln community to buy product every month and get garage qualified or anything like that. This platform is truly meant to do one thing, and that is to reward you for creating a ripple effect throughout the world. And that ripple effect is going to be based and predicated on you sharing content, you sharing products, you sharing apps, and seeing those sharing that you're doing, see the ripple effect that it creates throughout the world. And here's the thing that I think all of us need to take just a few seconds and realize what we're doing. Take a look at your Ripple if you have it open right now, and think about this. We have all been social sharing a conversation, haven't we? And we've been social sharing some pretty cool, innovative videos. Would you guys agree with me, Michael, Jonathan?
Definitely.
I mean, we're already training the market. The marketplace is already trained. When they hear something exciting that could pique someone's interest, they share it with the world. And so look at your Ripple right now, and the ripple effect that you're creating based on this conversation is what you started. But how far has that ripple effect gone? Think about it. For some of you that are watching, some of you shared this with 10, 15, 20 people. Some of you have rippled up and invited 25 people. But then from those 25, how many ripples did you create? Is it 10 ripples, 20 ripples, 30 ripples? Some of you have 30 ripples and 100,000 people that have participated in this conversation. Some of you have 200 people that have heard about this conversation because of what you started. Now, here's the cool thing as we turn the corner. The cool thing is the innovation of being able to get rewarded for the connections that you're making. And what we want to do is we don't want to have a heavy-handed sale out in the marketplace, but we want everything to happen organically, just as it's done with this conversation. And if you think about it, you take a look at some of the most innovative companies in the world, where they're at today. Go back to where they started. And what's really cool about this is some of you have already seen innovation and seen us pivot, and you've seen us evolve just in the last 60 days. Some of you have seen us evolve because you've been a part of this conversation for the last 6 or 7 months. Here's what's really cool. What you see today compared to what you're going to see 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down the road is going to be a night and day difference. Why? Because nothing's going to stay the same. We're going to constantly progress forward and keep evolving as a company. But here's the cool thing. The constant is we're always going to reward you, the people that are driving it. That's the cool thing about it. And so, Jonathan, what I'm going to do, go through, because I think a lot of people have, let me do a screen share here, see if you all can see it. For some reason, I can't open the document. It was working earlier.
Let me know if you want to. I can pop it open for you, too, if you want to keep going, my friend.
Yeah, you can try it. That'd be cool. I don't know why it's not opening.
Is it already open?
So just let me know when you want me to hit it, and I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you?
Ripple effect, baby. This is what you were just discussing, sharing, I think. But I love this definition.
Yeah, can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, for some reason I'm getting a bad connection. It's going in and out. But yeah, I mean, the ripple effect, I think a lot of people need to understand what we're wanting to create transparency in the market is so you can see your ripple effect in the market. So if you all can't see that screen, just click on Jonathan's window and it will increase that, where that will be your center page. But the ripple effect is the repercussions of a single action, event, or situation experienced far beyond its immediate location. So once again, just like we were talking about, Jonathan and Michael, take a look at where you started with sharing the conversation and where it is. And your ripple effect, in turn, is really going to create your ripple value. You might ask yourself, what is a ripple value? And as you're going to see the rewards model, how does any company generate income? It has to be off commerce. Apps are commerce. Whenever you're making in-app purchases, that is a form of commerce. If you take a look at Reuters, just did a big article on Facebook and the next generation of Facebook, that Facebook has been solely trying to generate revenues off of their partnerships with their advertising vendors and the kickbacks they're getting from purchases, but they're getting ready to put a hard campaign in the future of Facebook as e-commerce. Well, that is really what your ripple value is about. It's about how big is your ripple. So if you have 1,000 people in your ripple, what is their reach? Now think about it. 1,000 people could reach 1 million people very easily. Because when those 1,000 people start sharing, that's all of a sudden going to bring a lot of other people in and make them aware of the things that you're sharing. Well, your ripple value is going to be based on the ripple effect you can create within your ripple, and the revenue that is generated within your ripple gives you ultimately how much money you could be generating within the Rippln community. Not based on what you're selling, but based on the activity of people sharing content, people sharing apps, and people sharing really cool buzzworthy offers of products. That's what your Ripple value is. That's why you're focused on developing your Ripple now, to get that head start. Now what you're asking is, well, how am I going to get rewarded for my Ripple value? What is the Ripple reward? Here's the thing is, we're taking 50 cents on every dollar and throwing it into the Ripple community, and then that will be paid out among and dispersed among the pro players within the community. It's really cool. So this is how it works. And what we wanted to do is just make it very, very simple. Jonathan, I don't know if you can go to the next page or not.
Can you see it, buddy?
I'm still stuck on the same one.
We're there.
Yeah. What's Rippln? Okay. So that's what Rippln is. You know, Rippln is really about a community of people that is utilizing the social sharing platform. Rippln is a platform. Rippln isn't necessarily an app. Rippln tracks your Ripple effect, reveals your Ripple value, then rewards you off that activity. And along the way, it's going to give you some really cool, innovative features to allow you to connect easier and quicker to people around the world than you ever thought possible. So here's how we want to do. We first of all want to start off by sharing with people how it works. First, you have to get in the game. And, we've talked a lot about this through the years, and I think all of us know this on a subconscious level, is you're going to have spectators that are always watching, right? Most time the critics are spectators. They don't want to jump in and play the game because they always fear of losing. So instead, they would rather spectate, and, they're the sideline coach, so to speak. And then you're going to have people that are going to jump in and play the game, and you're going to have people that are going to win. They're going to do whatever it takes. And so here's what we want to do. We want to break it into 3 simple sections so you understand it. Number 1, remember, rewards are going to drive the behavior that we're all going to do. But in order to get in the game, you have to be invited in. That's the coolest thing about the Rippln community. That's one of the reasons why I believe that we've gone viral, is because we have been able to create a velvet rope environment, meaning everyone that's in the Rippln community hasn't been based on advertising. It's been based on a one-to-one invite, a one-to-one share. And so the first step is request an invitation to participate, or get an invite and get in. So that's number 1. Step number 1 is you have to request an invitation to participate. Step number 2 is power up. So once again, if you want the slides to be on the front of the deck, then what you have to do is you just simply go click on the second screen. Otherwise, it's going to rotate based on who's speaking, so you're probably hearing me instead of seeing the slides. So here's the step 2. Step 2, Jonathan's very simple, is power up. With our RTP platform, Rippln tracking platform, your power up is a $60 annual fee. Everyone can participate in the Ripple and use the platform as you see it today. Those are going to be the basic features. It's just like LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a premium feature that allows you to connect and gain more information from more of the people that are within LinkedIn. I think theirs is $99 a year or something like that. Ours is $69. What's that?
Brian, real quick, the people that are watching can't click the image because they're on the Rippln mission page. So whoever controlled the Hangout has to lock it on J-Bud's screen. My phone's like exploding. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So that should work. Whoever locked it can do it that way.
Very good. Are we good?
Yeah, keep rolling.
Awesome. All right, very cool. So we can go back to step number 1 then. Can everyone see it? Can you make sure on Rippln mission? Okay, so is that on Rippln mission, Michael? If you could double check, would be great. So step number 1, once again, is just request an invite. I mean, that's something that all of us have been participating. That's why we're sending out invites. You have to be invited to the games. Step number 2 is you power up. It's that simple. And power up, and by the way, you can also go to the YouTube airing of this just by clicking on the Rippln mission. If you look at the screen down on the right, you can click on YouTube, and it would take you to the YouTube interface as well. So step number 2 if we could scroll through, JB. Step number 2 is power up. This is what we were just talking about, $69 a year. The cool thing about this is it's going to allow you to go deep, or what we're calling dive deep into your Ripple, and it's going to allow you to access all of the players and the fans within your Ripple, and you know, whether it's country or whether it's based on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th Ripple. So a lot of people are asking, you know, when this feature is going to be out. As soon as we go live, you're going to have the ability to power up and get the entire tracking system to where you can connect with anyone within your Ripple, any of their social platforms across the world. So it's no different than, like I was saying, LinkedIn, I think, has a $99 premium offer. Then step number 3 is after you power up is, just want to make sure, is you choose to play. Become a player in the game. In order to become a player, what you're saying is you want to earn cash rewards from the Rippln points that you're accumulating. And so that's $25 a month. This is going to provide you with all the player stats, statistics, analytics. It's going to track all of the social sharing activity that we're talking about, and it'll help generate reward points that you can then redeem for cash. So, you know, this is really important. Both of these fees are non-commissionable fees. Everything that we're doing is based on the acquisition of customers, or what we're calling the acquisition of fans, and those fans engaging in the community. That's why it's such a unique model, is that any reward that's being rewarded is based on the viral growth in the engagement and the acquisition of eyeballs. So that is that's all about getting in the game. Then number 2 is you want to promote the game. JB, I don't know if you want to go through this for a few minutes and just talk about, you know, how to promote and get started in promoting the game and starting to build your Ripple.
Absolutely, my friend. You know what I think is so amazing about this plan is how simple it is, right? It's so unbelievably simple, and it's unbelievably simple because these are the actions that we're all already doing. This is the stuff that we're doing every day. You know, we're out there talking on Facebook. We're inviting our friends to come look at our photo or follow us on Instagram, or you know, come connect with us on Snapchat or whatever it might be. So that's the stuff that we're doing already every single day, just unknowingly driving billions and billions of dollars in revenue for these companies, right? So, like Brian was saying, once you complete step 1, which is sort of just get in the game, now it's time for step 2, which is promote the game. So the first thing that we want everybody to do, if you haven't done this already, once you're in your Rippln back office, you can click on videos. And if you'll see right down here, there's a Rippln follow-up video, the Rippln follow-up video. Now, if you watch the Rippln follow-up video, that's going to teach you exactly how to follow up in pretty much 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and begin inviting people to the Ripple, and also how to follow up. So the first thing you want to do is watch the follow-up video, and right after that, set your goal for inviting and getting your first 5 people to accept an invitation to Rippln. And, you know, this is honestly one of the easiest conversations that I think has ever existed really inside of a social business the way that Rippln is. Literally by just having a simple conversation that says, hey, you know, I'm part of this new platform that actually rewards you for your social influence and rewards you for all the stuff that you're doing every day anyway. You know, check it out. I just sent you an invite. Let me know what you think. I mean, that simple conversation literally has the ability to build you a social business. So that's as simple as it is to promote the game, Brian. And I think it's important to remember that simple action right there, that simple, you know, inviting is all it ever really takes to begin to watch a Ripple go viral. Now, of course, the deeper that you go into your Rippln social business, the more and more and more challenges that are going to unlock for you, right? The more missions that are going to unlock for you. As you follow us down this path, you know, we're gamifying this whole process. And so, of course, there's bigger challenges. There's more epic quests for you to take on. You know, you'll learn how to build a team. You'll learn how to build relationships with a team. You'll learn how to have your Ripple go viral in other countries. And these are all part of the epic quests, the epic challenges, the epic missions that I think the Rippln game really presents. That is the opportunity of the Rippln game. But as simple as it is to get started, as simple as it is to literally watch your Ripple go viral, is just those first 2 steps. Play the game, get in the game. Number 2, promote the game. And it's just watching that follow-up video and then sending your first 5 invites. And what I always like to remind everybody is that we have, on average, 245 friends just on our Facebook page. That is the national average. 245 friends is pretty much what almost everybody has, give or take, right? So think about that. 245 friends just on your Facebook page, and we also have about 70 to 80 contacts on our phone, which are obviously people that we know even better. So when it comes to causing a Ripple to go viral, just think about if a percentage of all your contacts signed up to the Ripple, saw the vision the way that you did, really wanted to play the game and win the game, wanted to be rewarded for their social influence, and then went and shared an invite with each person they know on Facebook and each contact they have on their phone. What would happen to your Ripple? How viral would your Ripple go? You'd have millions of people in your Ripple in a matter of months, probably. So, this is the excitement of Rippln. It's that we have not even kicked off the core of this vision yet. Just like Brian was sharing before, you're going to watch an evolution continue to happen, and more and more and more and more and more innovation come into this company, and just truly exciting opportunities. And we're right at the beginning, just about to cross our first 1 million users. And when we look back a year from now, Brian, my friend, I think it's going to be I see 100 million users without a doubt. So that's step 2. Step number 3, Brian, do you want to cover winning the game?
Yeah, I mean, number 1 is you want to get in the game, then you want to promote the game. Then it's about setting yourself up to win. I mean, anytime we get into business, we want to maximize the amount of time and energy we put into something versus the amount of rewards, or so we can get the amount of rewards and maximize the amount of rewards that we get back. And so the first thing that you want to do when you're playing the game is you want to go pro. Going pro gives you the ability to earn those dollars. How do you go pro? Is you get 5 fans in your first Ripple. That's how you do it. And those fans are people that are going to engage when you social share with them. In step number 2, the different offers. Just like what you're doing right now, you're social sharing this conversation with people and watching it grow. Well, there's going to be rewards for that as well. That will be the fan game. But right now, what you're going to do is you want to double up. So once you start playing the game, you want to win the game, you've got to go pro, number 1. Step number 2 is you want to double up. And what does that mean? That means it gives you the ability to double your earnings and income by engaging 3 of your fans with one of our offers every month. So that could be a content offer, one of our coaching rewards. It could be a cool buzzworthy product that we're calling our loyalty rewards, or it could be one of the apps that they're simply engaging in and just sending out a chat with. So every month, if you have 3 fans that are within your first Ripple that are your fans, then you're going to be able to double your earnings. It's that simple. Then step number 3. Do we move to step number 3 there?
Oh yeah, we're there, buddy.
Okay, I guess I'm getting a lag. Step number 3 is leveling up. I don't know if they can see that or not, but it's leveling up. You want to level up your game. And how do you level up your game? It's by building a team of incredible players that are on your first Ripple. And so how do you do that? Some people will be fans and you'll convert them to players. Others will just remain to be fans or spectators within what we're doing. Everybody has a value as part of this community. It's part of being a part of the community. And so it's real simple. Your goal is to be an all-star. In order to be an all-star, you need to find 15 players. And that's going to allow you to maximize all of the reward dollars that are going through your Ripple. And for a ballpark figure for everyone is once you're an all-star player, you're going to be able to earn on all of the Ripples that we pay commissions through, and it's going to give you a lot of advanced earnings and cool cool aspects of the marketing plan. So that would be your goal, and how you do that is very sequential. You're playing the game, so you level up initially by getting 2 players, 4 players, 6 players, so on and so forth. So what I wanted to really reiterate to everyone is if you take a look at just this simple concept. What are you doing within this Ripple? And let me give you a quick scenario. And this is what's so important, because as we're social sharing content, apps, and commerce, remember, 50 cents on every dollar that the company gets in is going to be pushed back within the Rippln community. So you could have someone on your 4th or 5th Ripple that receives an offer. Let's just say it's a buzzworthy product. They could purchase that offer, and maybe they're not even in the Rippln community. Let's just say, for instance, they're not in the Rippln community, and they want to purchase that offer. They would click on the offer. When they clicked on it, it would ask them to sign up as an account so they can walk through the shopping cart, just like they do with Zappos or Amazon. Then once they just press one button after we have all their information, they then become a fan of Rippln. They purchase whatever offer that they got social shared, and then those reward points would be allocated to your Ripple, and you would be generating a commission off of that. So that's what's exciting, is you can see the viral nature of already what we have. You can start understanding and seeing how big these reward dollars get. Let me give you another example. Let's say our first premium content offer is going to be $300, and someone on your 5th level or your 5th Ripple acquires that that Rippln premium content offer. Then immediately 160 reward points will be rewarded within your Ripple that you would get the credit for that individual, whether it was a fan acquiring that premium offer. You would then get the credit, and then it would roll up to you. So why should you play? That's why you should play, because if you think about it, just from commerce alone, I call this Ripple commerce. It's no different than what Facebook is coming up with their commerce, and there's several players that are playing this game in a big way. One of them is Amazon. And I want you all to think about this. Amazon generates $118,000 in revenue every single minute. They have 183 million products. That's enough to fill, ballpark figures, about 1,300 Walmart supercenters. That's not big, that's enormous. But Amazon has done it all through a platform. They have 152 million users that have subscribed to their platform, that get their offers, that go and they do commerce through that platform. They get 80 million unique visitors per month. It's not big, it's enormous, it's massive. Well, we believe the Ripple commerce is not only innovating from that perspective. The reason why is because now today people get these offers through social sharing. So once you get that premium offer and you like it, you're going to be able to hit a share button. And when you hit that share button, not only will it go out to all of your fans within your Ripple, but it will also penetrate and go out outside the Ripple to pull people in to your Rippln community so you can create your ripple effect. So it will connect and go out to all of the social platforms that have already laid the groundwork of our friends, family, and the people that we're connected with throughout the world. They decide to acquire the offer. They would simply click purchase. When they click purchase, they would then go through the registration path and become a fan within your Ripple community. So that's really a summary. That's a recap. I think that our goal today was to help people understand what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. Number one is you want to get in the game. You want people to understand that this is a invite-only community. You want to get them to power up so they can go deep within the Ripple. And then, those that want to play the game and they see the enormity of the social sharing and the incentivized sharing platform that we've created, they'll decide to turn those rewards into dollars. Promote the game is super simple. You simply just watch the videos and invite 5 of your friends. And then win the game, you want to go pro, get 5 fans. Then you double up, get 3 of those fans to engage in an offer, and then number 3, level up. So it's that simple in summary, and that's the framework I think everyone right now should be focused on, because the bigger your Ripple community, the more social sharing and the more viral that these offers are going to go once we go live, whether it's an app, whether it is a premium content offer, or whether it's a buzzworthy good. And Michael, you might just want to touch on, the power that you've seen in this. And I know you were talking a little bit earlier, a little bit about Instagram and how they went viral and about that community looking to generate commerce from that. But when we're talking about social sharing, those are really the three main categories that we share anyway in the world. And so that's, some of the exciting things about the platform.
Yeah, it's funny. I was in Chicago. I don't know if you can see this or not. Can you read that? Can you see that says the ripple effect? It's the Chicago Sun-Times, and there's an entire article about the ripple effect. And it's so funny. It's so funny that the conversation that we're having, that we started a handful of months ago, is spreading around the world. Now, that article wasn't about Rippln, but the concept of the ripple effect, that domino effect of somebody telling somebody about something and that person telling somebody, then on and then on and then on and then on. But you've never had a visual representation of what your ripple really looks like. It's never been put under a microscope to where you could actually measure what your influence is really capable of accomplishing. And there's another article. I was on a plane next to a guy coming home, and some of you will recognize that image. Brian, you know what that one is? That's Snapchat. There's an article in USA Today yesterday or 2 days ago. It says Snapchat takes off with a snap. And they're doing 150 million quote-unquote snaps a day. Instagram's only doing 50 million photo uploads per day. So their measurement compared to Instagram was that Snapchat is growing 3 times as fast as Instagram is. And it's the photo of the kid is sitting in his mom's living room in Santa Monica, California, or somewhere in California where he lives with his mom because he's a 22-year-old child. And it's funny, if you look around the world right now, whether it's Tumblr going and selling for a $1.1 billion value, or any of these other communities, they're based on one thing, eyeballs. And what Rippln's done already in a short period of time, in less than 60 days, is acquired an audience that's approaching 1 million people. And I think as we roll the rewards plan out, it's the one thing that that people have really gotten so excited about, because they can start to measure their true value as an individual participant in the marketplace. So I love what's happening.
The other thing that you said that I think is very key for everyone to hear is when you use the Snapchat example, and Snapchat actually raised over $100 million, is its eyeballs, but the second phase of it, and this is very important for everyone to understand, is engagement. What Michael just talked about was engagement, right? And one of the things that I think everyone should be aware of right now within the Rippln community worldwide is the level of engagement that we're seeing. I mean, we've seen really on average anywhere from 15 to 20,000 hits on our APIs, like calling the API per second during a lot of this buzz phase growth that we've seen. And what that's telling you, it's not just an email list, it's not just people voyeuring, it's people that are engaged. And the reason they're engaged is because of the conversation that you're having. It's because of the story of understanding what this platform is. And the success of this company is going to be based and predicated on the quality of people that we can attract to incentivize share what they're already doing, whether it's pictures, videos, chats, buzzworthy products, incredible content, whatever it might be. So that's awesome, Michael, for sure.
The one last thought, it's funny. There's a guy I met on the plane. I won't flash you all of his info. His name is Wilson. We sit down and start chatting. I'm reading this article. He goes, dude, is that about Snapchat? And we start talking about Snapchat. So I pull out I have props all the time. I pull up my Instagram magazine, and he goes, he goes, what's your obsession with apps? And I said, some friends of mine and I have launched a platform and a community. So he starts asking questions, and I said, well, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I work with Microsoft in their mobile app side of things in healthcare. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, diabetes detection with apps. All kinds of things that have to do with healthcare with apps. And I said, how are you going to tell the world about those apps? And he started laughing and goes, hopefully through Rippln. I met him for 1 minute, but he understood. I showed him my Ripple on my phone, and he understood what we were accomplishing just based on audience. And like you said, the engagement of that audience, for people's willingness and enthusiasm to go social share things that they dig and experience that they've had. So, I mean, to me, that stuff's really easy. It comes natural to a lot of people in the world, and I think that's what we're tugging on, the kind of the strings of people's lives, is it's tapping into something they're already doing every day, and I think that's what's so brilliant about the rewards plan. So I'm excited about it.
That's awesome. You know, there's a couple things I wanted to say, Brian and Michael, about just that rewards plan and its significance in a way. You hit so many key things, particularly the Amazon analogy and the relation to the Rippln offers, right? Because if you look at the Rippln offers, you know, you can really see how we are, in essence, an incentivized Amazon. You can see how, you know, we're moving into a model of being an incentivized Groupon. And I don't know about everybody else, but how many times a month do you buy something from Amazon? And it all started, I believe, back in the day. I associated Amazon with content. I went to Amazon to find the content that I loved. I went to Amazon to find content that changed my life. And you know, part of the reason why Rippln has its content section, I believe, is because we're in the middle of a re-education of the global marketplace. We're in the middle of a re-education of the global society. And you know, you look at the trends and you look at the statistics, and the cost of an education is skyrocketing, and yet the value of that education is actually lowering. It's harder and harder to find jobs out of college. The average salary that people earn is unfortunately decreasing. And so second to that, though, you look at what is exploding, and it's everything we've been educating the marketplace and sharing with people for the last 60 days. You look at that article on Snapchat, you hear about, you know, the young entrepreneurs, you know, starting out of their parents' living rooms, and next thing you know, they've got $100 million. And it becomes so evident the direction that the marketplace is moving. It becomes evident the direction that we as a society are moving in, and yet there hasn't really been a great way for a society as a whole to tap into the extraordinary wealth that this new economy is really generating, that the fastest growing sectors of the economy are generating. And unless you're a crazy engineer or some type of coder, or you work in that field, then you know that money isn't really trickling over to you. And you know, I believe that Rippln is single-handedly the most powerful opportunity that exists in the world today for anyone. Does not matter who you are, okay? Because I don't have coding skills. I don't have graphic design skills. I have no skills that allow me to tap into the wealth being generated by that industry, other than the #1 most important skill, which, come to find out, is what's driving the growth of all of these companies, which is my social sharing, my natural social influence, my friends on Facebook, my friends on LinkedIn, my friends on Twitter, my friends in my phone. Come to find out, that's worth more than anything. And when you look at the Rippln Rewards Plan, at its core, we are valuing you, we're valuing us, we're valuing the end consumer for the activities that we're driving in the marketplace every day, like sending people to Amazon to buy some content that we believe in, right? When everybody's had that experience of reading a book or consuming some content or purchasing a product that re-educates them in a way and gives them a new insight on life. It gives them a new possibility. It gives them a new perspective. And the first thing we do is we go share that with our friend, right? Oh, you've got to read this book. You've got to do this. And so, you know, Rippln wants to be at the forefront of this re-education of society. You know, we want people to be empowered at their core in every possible way they need to be to really create the life that they want to create, and to live a quality life and produce amazing results in life. And so that's what Rippln content is all about. Then we've got the products that have changed our life, which are the buzz offers, right? And the buzz offers, you know, that's stuff that every single day improves our life in some way. Whether it's, you know, a Mophie case, or whether it's, you know, some other type of cool product that makes us excited to live, like the smartwatch is coming out, which I cannot wait to be, you know, texting with Michael on my smartwatch, you know what I mean? And just feel like I'm James Bond having a blast. Or even the products now we see coming on the marketplace, the Nike Fuel Bands or the Fitbit, which is tracking our health every single step we take so that we have deeper analytics and deeper diagnostics on how to actually be as healthy as possible. You know, technology is going to revolutionize every way that we live. It already has, but we are just seeing the surface of this. You know, if anybody's ever seen the documentary Transcendent Man, I highly recommend you go watch this documentary because it will blow your mind. And it's all about Ray Kurzweil, one of the most famed inventors on the planet. and he's charted the technology growth curve, right? Technology adoption growth curve. And what he's been able to show is that over the next 25 years, the amount of technological innovation that we're going to see take place is going to be equivalent to 3 times what has taken place since man stood up walking. It is that insane. In fact, just since 2000 to 2010, all of the innovation that occurred from the start of civilization to the year 2000, if you were to measure it technologically, occurred from 2000 to 2010. And just even the amount of information that's put out into the marketplace, the first 2,000 years of humanity, we created as much information as we now create every day and a half or every 2 days. Something insane like that. So I promise you that we're at the start of one of the greatest revolutions that I think humanity's ever went through. And what's so powerful about the Rippln platform is that it is a platform. Just like Brian said, just like we shared in the rewards plan, we are not pigeonholed into any one area. We're not an app. We're not a product. We're not a service. We're not a website. We are the platform, the first one ever, that incentivizes you for your social sharing. We are the platform that no matter what you share through us, whether it's a Rippln content offer, whether it's a buzz offer, whether it's one of our cool apps or products or services, all the things that you're going to see this company roll out over the next 12 months and then beyond. Because we don't even want you just thinking 12 months, right? The visionaries, when you look at the Amazons of the world, what they saw was the opportunity to innovate the world, to change an industry. And Amazon innovated online distribution. That's a multi-decade vision. It probably doesn't end. And so we really see the exact same thing. And if you see that too, and you want to be, you know, inside of a business model, inside of a company, inside of a platform that has the ability to reward you for decades, that the work that you start right now, you have the chance to get paid on for decades, that is the conversation that we're in. We're truly in a conversation of, hey, let's not get paid for what we do, let's get paid for what we start. And all of us have the chance right now to go out there and take concerted effort every day to build a Rippln, to follow the simple rewards plan that Brian outlined today, to just step 1, play the game, step 2, promote the game, step 3, win the game. We all have the ability to go out there and for whatever the time frame looks like, dedicate ourselves and create a Rippln that can pay us for the rest of our lives. And we truly see this platform, Rippln, the community, you know, being one of the largest communities on the planet, the first incentivized social sharing platform that so many of the world's most innovative technologies and unique products, unique services will come to market through. Just like that Microsoft executive that Michael was sitting next to, you know, he wants that health device to come through the Rippln. And I promise you that as we go out there and we prove this concept, you know, we really will be in conversations with some of the most innovative entrepreneurs on the planet, and I believe we will be bringing some of the most innovative products, technologies, and services to market through the Rippln, except this time you're going to be the one that gets rewarded for talking about it, for sharing it, and for enthusiastically, sharing it with the marketplace, which is the things we already do for the products we love, and that I believe is why all of us are so excited, and why you should be so excited, why this is just the beginning. So, you know, I had to go off on a rant there, Bri. Sorry
Amen.
about that, but I'm pumped up. No. You got me pumped up, man.
But you know, you said something that I think should resonate with a lot of people, and I hope that we can make this distinction just really quick. Is technology is advancing so quick. Time frames are getting closer and closer because it's growing exponentially. The better technology gets, the faster it can move to develop new technology. But here's the foundation of what drives technology. It's people. So this is what I hope everyone understands is technology will evolve and we will evolve with it. That's part of being a smart business person, is that you have to be flexible enough to adapt with new environments constantly. But you have to understand that I believe collaboration is not only the new currency, but it's your influence. This is what we recognize why everyone else is developing that technology. They're going to have to reward us to drive it because technology is such a competitive space. That's what gives this platform I believe, the ability to be the linchpin in the market, because your influence, your sharing within the Ripple will be the single most valuable commodity in the marketplace. It's the system that is of the people, for the people, rewarded to the people, because that technology is going to evolve with us. But as long as we can develop that glue that remains within us and we can get rewarded for it, then we can be a part of, not only we're always a part of it, but we can capitalize off of it financially. And I think that's what everybody's looking to do, is we're getting smarter, our awareness is getting more heightened, as a consumer, to say, wait a minute, we've been a part of all these companies' success. All these great technology companies, they've raised money to develop the technology because we've driven it. So remember, your influence and your sharing within the Rippln platform is the single most valuable commodity, I believe, that's going to be in the market in the next 5 years.
Amen.
So let's play the game. One quick thing, Jonathan, I know you're working on some new media. We have a couple other guys behind the scenes. I know we have new media on the reward plan coming out in the next 14 days that we're super excited about. Also, August 1st, Dallas, Texas, Rippln Unleashed, as well as August 10th, Latin America. Details on that are going to be announced. And then I think also Brazil possibly in August as well. So those are just a couple of things I just wanted to throw out there for everybody. And if they keep plugging into Facebook and the blog, they're going to get all that information. But so we're excited. Transparency. This is about quantifying all things in your Ripple. Rippln's about quantifying all things back to you.
Amen. Wow. Rippln HQ going international. All right, my friends. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Michael, any last words, comments?
Oh man, I'm looking for flights to Brazil, man. I want to go to Rio. I want to go cricket land, man. I'm so fired up about that. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. That's it.
Excellent. Upward and onward. I appreciate you guys having me on, and definitely look forward to seeing everyone soon. I know we have a week that's full. Tuesday night we have a conference call. Wednesday there'll be another hangout with some of the Rippln community, and then next Saturday. And so stay tuned. We look forward to it.
Cheers.
Signing off.